Hello, Pisces. Thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Daily Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the Psychic Tarot of the Heart, for the Heart, Oracle deck by John Holland. I relate to this more as an oracle deck than a tarot deck, so that's why I'm using these two together. I think I'm going to push this back. I don't know if that looks normal or not, but there you go. Anything else? No, we're going to do relationship first, single second. I already shuffled. Let's go for it. I'm feeling like a punch of energy, and I'm wondering why that is. So we'll find out in a second. I do feel like this punch of energy, though. Ironically, I have made coffee. I haven't drank it yet, so I'm not going to allow that to be really... I really don't think that's why I'm feeling that. It's kind of... But I'm feeling like this... Like, I don't feel like I'm over-energetic, but I'm feeling this punch of energy come in. And from what I'm looking at here, just a quick glance, I'm thinking you're going from, like, something that's not easy, and it's getting, like... You're getting a jump forward. I feel like things are turning around and going better. Exactly what that means, let's find out. Now, the challenge card here, the challenge cards are very interesting for you and your partner, and I'm getting it's all about the love, and that's the challenge here. Your partner is the Two of Cups, you have the Ace of Cups. I feel like there's a lot of love here, but something feels like there's a problem. Something, I don't think it's something that has to be addressed. I feel like it's going through something rough, or trying to navigate the waters, because I'm feeling like the love is definitely there, but it's kind of like there's a moment here which I don't know if you've gone through like some rough times personally together or separately. Whatever way it's happened, it's like I feel like the two of you are just kind of like shying away, or I don't want to say shying away, but you're close, but the expression of that love is not happening. For whatever reason, I don't feel like the expression of that love is happening, but it's there. We good? Okay. So, it's there, though. I feel like you're on this murky water. The two of you are okay and safe, but you're just kind of like each of you is looking at the other, like, should I actually approach the other? Is that okay right now? Like, there's been a very rough moment, is what I'm getting. This seems to be coming off of. And I feel like the two of you want to come together, but you're just kind of like, you're close, but you're not, nobody's like crossing the line here. Now, you have the Ten of Wands on your side, they have the Six of Swords on their side. Now, I don't feel like this is fair to say that they want to move on, but I feel like one of you is trying to kind of walk away from the situation. But I feel like that's a bad idea. One of you feels stressed about it and worried about what's going to happen. The other kind of wants to just ignore it and walk away. This is one of those few times where I feel like this is blurring. Like, I don't feel like it's fair to say one is feeling one way and one is feeling the other way. It might kind of be like blurring back and forth. It's muddy. I feel like this is muddy. Like, I feel like you might be able to identify with both of these feelings, and I think your partner might be too. Because I feel like the energy feels close here, but it feels troubled. It feels stressed. It's like the need to be closer, the need for intimacy, but like the stress that this is coming down from, it's kind of needing a break from that stress and feeling like that might not be over. It's almost like feeling like the stress. There's stress here. But there's a punch forward. Like, this needs to move forward. And I'm getting on your side, your being Pisces is what I'm assuming. I'm assuming there's mostly Pisces people watching this, but, you know, I know other people watch just to understand situations, which is cool. But, you know, I'm going to say this, whether you're a Pisces or not, if you're connecting to this reading and you're dealing with a Pisces or you are the Pisces, it doesn't matter. If you're getting the message, they're saying, like, moving forward and just starting to talk and breaking down that wall, because I feel that wall isn't really that strong. I'm getting started in conversations, just doing some small things to show that you care will, encourage the other person to move back towards you. So whether you're the Pisces watching this or you're the person that loves that Pisces, and you're watching this, it doesn't matter. It's not dependent on one or the other. Whoever's watching, you should be the one moving forward. And if this is third party, well, I don't know. Use your best judgment on what you want to do with that information. Because I know that happens too. Because there's a lot of people who are like, I know this person and that person, and blah blah blah, and that's cool. That's great. I don't know what you're going to do with that information, but hopefully something comes to your mind. Like you'll be driven a certain way if that's meant for you, and do what you need to do. Maybe you need to give encouragement to one of those people, to like just kind of break the ice a little bit and just move towards the other. Because I feel like the love is there. I feel like there's a lot of love there. I just feel like there's a lot of there's some type of turmoil here that's made things really rough. It's really rough is what I'm feeling. And it's not about, I don't know what that turmoil is, and I feel like it's subjective to the situation, but it's like that turmoil and the wanting to move on from that turmoil is mutual. Like the war wounds or something. But it's time to move on from it, and it's kind of being like, oh my gosh, this has been rough. This has been rough, and I don't even know what I want to do. I'm so exhausted. But it's not going to take much to bring that together, because I feel like it's going to come back together. And I'm getting your partner, Pisces, if I can get back in the right context of this reading, they've got the King of Cups. A lot of love, but it feels more subjective in the sense of like your partner's waiting for the right moment, almost like, they don't want to overwhelm you or for some reason. Or like they're holding that cup of love, and I'm feeling like they're not moving with it. They're there, and I just feel like they want you to come towards them. It just seems to make a difference for some reason. And I'm getting on your side, like, you're not opposed to it. You're not opposed to it. I don't feel like you're opposed to that. I just feel like you need to realize that, like, there's not going to be, like, a battle for some reason. Or I don't know. It's almost like something here feels like the energy is low at first, but it punches up. And I feel like this coming back together is what punches it back up. Because the other side, the King of Cups and the Emperor is there. Now, don't get caught up in the gender. Any gender, whatever your partner is, doesn't matter. I'm getting, they seem to be kind of having a solace, trying to just calm themselves, trying to get their composure together. I feel like your partner's trying to get their composure together. No matter what it's been up to this point, that's where I feel like they are at the moment. So if it seems like they've been that way the whole time, for some reason they're either just sticking to that, or if it's the reverse and they haven't been that way this whole time, they're trying to get themselves together. And I just feel like they're waiting for you to come towards them. For some reason they feel like that's the right way to do this. And I am getting with the Queen of Wands on your side, and again, don't get caught up with gender. Whatever you may be, whatever gender you may be, it doesn't matter. I'm feeling your energy go towards them, and I'm getting like, when I feel the Queen of Wands, I consider this an intelligent energy with motion forward. Like, this is just kind of like the olive branch feel to me. This is just kind of like doing something nice. Like, I don't know if I want to make this, I hope this doesn't sound hokey, but for example, if you know your partner likes snickerdoodles, because I'm seeing somebody baking, and you're just making them. You're not making an issue. You're not like making this big announcement. Like, I made these for you. It's coming more across like I had some time, so I made these. You know they like them, and you're just kind of making sure that everything plans out. You're just making things nice for your partner. Even if it's something where maybe they prefer, like their car is dirty or something like that, and you have a moment to clean it out for them and make it look nice, just to take one more thing off their bucket list of to-do things for the week. Maybe you're doing that because you're like, it's no big deal for you. You're happy to do it for them, and you're just like, oh, I did that for you, or not did that for you, but you're like, oh, I did that. I had a minute, and I thought it wouldn't take long, so I just figured I'd do my own and I'd do yours, or I was out there doing this, and I was like, you know what, while I'm out here with the vacuum or whatever, maybe I'll do that too. For some of you, I feel like it's more literary, and what does that mean? Like doing something, I don't know, I'm seeing somebody writing. Whatever it is your partner does, it doesn't really matter. I feel like some of you are just taking some of the load off where you can, or you're doing something that you know they like. Like, none of those to me are gender specific, but I know some people might take certain ones as a gender specific, but I'm not seeing it that way. You're just doing something, I feel you're doing something that just makes it clear that you care, you're just putting something out there just to make their life a little easier. I don't feel like it's over the top. It's just like a little something. Like, for example, if it's cleaning out the car thing, I'm feeling like it's just a little thing. It's not that big a deal. It's not like it's a pigsty. Or if it is, it's not like a big... I feel like it's not a big deal to you. Let's do it that way. I don't think I need to drown on that any longer. Now, that being where it is... I talk a lot sometimes, jeez. The Nine of Wands is popping in on their spiritual sense. You had the Emperor, not the Emperor, the Magician with the Simply Love on yours, just kind of making, I feel like you making the movement forward just makes it really, it simplifies the situation. Because I feel like well, maybe this is stereotypical for a Pisces. Usually there's kind of like a nice, calm, relaxed atmosphere. It's not a big deal, and it's just you can do something really nice, make it really not a big production, but it's clear that you're doing it to be nice, even though you're not like flashing lights at them about it, and they get it. They clearly get it. I'm getting on their side with this, the Nine of Wands. Like, I feel like they're looking back at the situation. Whatever, because I feel like it's muddy about who's actually coming out of something, but I feel your partner looking back and kind of being like, all right, what we went through, this muddy water situation that we have left over from that thing, whatever happened, it's kind of like that part is over. Or at least this is a break from it. I feel like for most of you it's over, whatever that problem was. Maybe not completely, but like that phase of it, feels better. At the very least, this is a break, at the very least, from that situation. And I don't know what that is, but it feels heavy. And I know that's different for different people. Because I feel them looking at this like this is a moment where we can come together. I need to express this love. They're expressing, you the Pisces, is expressing towards them how you feel. And they're like, you know what, I need to take advantage of this because this is a moment we can enjoy together. This would be good for both of us. Now, I'm getting like, it's almost, I feel like this is your partner's kind of like, it's soaking in. Like, you do something nice, I feel like it's soaking in. I don't know if that makes sense, because I'm feeling like for the majority of you, like, you do something nice and they smile or they acknowledge it slightly, but it's like it's kind of like it's like sinking into the ground, like it's like water sinking into the ground. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a sponge soaking it up. Like, they're thinking about it and they're realizing, this might be a moment where we could actually, have a good moment together. Because I think it's important, especially with Pisces energy, the way I connect with Pisces energy, to be fair. You might get a response that's positive, but you might think, well, I mean, they liked it, but maybe I didn't have the effect that I wanted to, because you're not seeing that response that you were hoping to get. But I'm getting that's just initially, because I feel like it's soaking in. And it's up to you whether you do a couple more things like that or not. I'm getting like just the initial one is soaking in, and your partner's like realizing like, oh, this is a moment we can make even better, because I feel like they're going to come back towards you. It's just, I feel like there's a delay there that may be a little bit like, you might be like, oh, I thought, I was hoping that would go a little better than it did. Because I feel like that might be happening on your side. And there's not really a card saying that. That's just what I'm feeling, just to be fair. It's more of an intuitive response, because especially when I'm seeing the Emperor on their side, maybe that is reflected in this card, because I feel like they're taking a moment and they're just kind of like, they're realizing you did something nice. And I feel like they're acknowledging it, but I feel like they have to soak into it, and they have to be like, oh, okay. Like, I feel like they just, like, they're still coming down off that situation, or they're still like wound up in it. And like, it's sinking in what you did and what can go on here. Now, what makes things better? There's this, I'm still like tying back to this, if this is hitting with you, there's some type of situation connected to one or both of you, it's rough. It is rough. And what I'm getting from this, whatever that is, if that's something that's over, you're in the middle of it, or it's like, it goes in phases, whatever it is, you got the World on your card for what makes things better. Whatever it's been up till now, and how rough it's been, whether it's over or not, you're going into a whole new phase. So if it's over, you're putting it to rest, you're solving out the mystery or whatever has to be done, you're talking it out with your partner, you're putting it to rest. that's what's making it better for you, because I feel like you're coming at it with a calm energy. It was what it was. Now this is what we have, and everything's about a learning experience. You're just kind of like moving on from that phase, moving on. If this is something that's continuing, I feel like you're addressing it with your partner like, all right, this is clearly too much for both of us. It doesn't mean anybody's good or bad or whatever. It doesn't define anybody, but what's going on is too much, and it's causing a lot of havoc between us and the whole, like, this is not good. And I feel like what you're doing is you're moving this into a new phase. Like, what we've been doing, we can't keep doing that. This is bad for us. Together or apart, whatever way we're handling it, the way we've been doing it it's overtaxing for both of us. And I feel like if this reading is really hitting your partner's, I feel like the partner's going, yeah. I feel like your partner is probably agreeing, but saying, well, what are we supposed to do? And I feel like this is where you're just unloading ideas. Anything you can think of, any possibility, you are just like running through these, you're just spitting them out. Like, let's talk about this. What about that? Even if it's the most random, ridiculous thing, you're still spitting it out. Like, you know what? I know it sounds weird, but maybe is there a different angle we can make this happen? Or how about that? Because I'm getting like you are actively like, even, you're not like holding back. And you're like, even if it sounds ridiculous, you're like, I'm still throwing it out there. And maybe there's something you see that I don't. Because there's conversations happening here. I feel like you're giving out a lot of good, like, Pisces they tend to be intuitive. I know that's stereotypical, but they tend to be. Water signs in general tend to be intuitive in some respect, even if they're not aware of it. I can live to that one. Anyway, I have my moments. I don't think we need to get into that. But what I'm getting here is like you spitting out these ideas, blah, 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 blah. You're getting your partner thinking. And what makes things better for them is realizing, you know what, the way it's been or what it was, done. It can't, like, I feel like they're realizing that you're saying, no, I can't do that again. No. Like, even if it's over, then it's putting it away, it's putting it to rest, it's letting it go. If it's going to repeat again, or if it's just in a break phase, it's kind of like, listen, I know it's coming around again, but I can't do it the same way. Can't do it the same way. And they're kind of like, yeah, no, I agree. I don't want to either. So everything you kind of threw at them, they're gathering it together, and they're just like, there has to be another way. I feel like they might be going from the spot of like, this is just the only thing I know to do, to there has to be another way, and being open, just changing that view slightly, just enough, saying there has to be another way, they will find another way. I feel like this is more, can't get the word out, cooperative effort between the two of you anyway. See, the hands were saying it, my mouth wasn't. Because you're working together. I know you are. But something about your partner and convincing your partner, that seems like a big thing. If they're on board, they have to be on board. And I feel like that might be the challenge anyway. So the way this is working out, it's purposeful. I don't feel like I need to explain that to you. I feel like if this is hitting, you know what your partner's like, and you get it. I don't feel like it's a big thing. Because I feel like once you convince your partner, it's almost like things go forward very effortlessly, and you just kind of keep up with the current. Like, once they're on board, it just seems like, I wouldn't say it was easy, but it flows naturally, and you just kind of, you're in there with it, and it flows easy. How's that? Okay, so this part's a little choppy, because I feel like definitely the partner has to be on board. The partner has to be like convinced like this can go a different way. I'm getting that. And I'm getting the Three of Pentacles with what? The Seven of Cups. Working towards another possibility. It's like, I feel like you're the one throwing all you're throwing all these 7 cups at your partner. Well, not throwing them, but you're like, what about this? What about that? Think about this. How about this? Did you know about that? And they're just kind of like, wait, okay. Oh, yeah, well, oh, yeah. And they feel like because I'm almost feeling somebody's eyes kind of like bounce around their head, like, oh, yeah. And they have to grab hold of this situation, because I feel like you're throwing so much information and so many possibilities. Like, it gives them, that's purposeful. That's not bad. I feel like that's good, because you're showing them, like, you may think there's only one way to do this, but I've just given you several different ways this could go. And they're like, well, there are several different possibilities. There must be, out of all this, there must be something or at least a way to make this better. Because I feel like you throwing all these different ideas, it's like proving to them like the one way you've been doing it or the one way it has been going is not the only way. And even if they have to take a couple different ideas, you throw at them and mesh them together or like meld them together, there are possibilities. Because I feel like they're working with all that information you handed to them. And again, I'm going to say Pisces are usually, and most water signs are usually a bit intuitive, so you might not even be aware of like the information flowing through you. I've done it myself where I say things that make sense to people and I kind of glaze over it and don't realize the point I made, and then they do, and they run with it, and I'm like, oh, okay. And that might happen for you. So just be open to just letting things fly out of your mouth. Good? Because from there you're going to get the new vitality, and I feel like the situation is going to be better. I'm getting for the people that this is really hitting for, whatever the situation is, I do feel like for the ones that's really hitting for, it's coming back around in some respect, and it's about, moving forward in a better direction. For those of you that it's hitting for, that last situation is over, it's about getting your partner and you in a good space to where you can in a healthy way move forward and move on from it. Got a bug bite. Yeah, it's driving me crazy all of a sudden. Random comment. Anything else? I think we got a good message out with that. All right, I feel like that's good. How long did I yammer on? 20 minutes. Wow. I've noticed that with the relationship ones, even when I do personal reads for people and I have the relationship reads, I just go blah, 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 blah. It just keeps coming. I feel like that's good, but no one's told me yet. I don't know if I want to promote somebody telling me to shut up, but hey, nobody's said it yet. Not on the readings anyway. I mean, life is life, but what do we have for Pisces single? Pisces single. Single Pisces. Single Pisces. What are you going towards? Ooh. Alright, let's shuffle these other cards. I've noticed with these Psychic Tarot of the Heart, these are like, I never noticed them to be hard to shuffle before, but the last couple weeks I just feel like they're gigantic, that's a word, gigantic cards. Gigundo, maybe that's the word I was going for, gigundo. The gigundo cards. What are you going towards? Alright, so the short of this, I'm feeling like you might be... Are you walking away from something? Are you walking away from something? Let me just fix that. In the environment, you have judgment on your side. Is somebody coming towards you? Yes. Okay, so it is a yes. I do feel like, yeah, but what's this? Judgment is on your side, and I get that. In the environment, I'm getting somebody around you is really like, I don't know if they've been looking at you and wondering like what possibilities are really there, wondering who you really are. Pisces do have the tendency to be a bit mysterious. Not always, of course, because, it's a stereotypical view of Pisces. Tend to be a little bit mysterious, but I feel like somebody's looking at you and they've made a judgment in your favor. In other words, they're looking at you in a positive light. I feel like in the past they got the Hermit card. Like it's almost like they didn't know what to make of you. They're just kind of looking at you, kind of like, I don't know what this one's about. And I don't feel like there's anything negative about that. They just didn't know what to make of you. And like I said before, Pisces have a tendency to be a little bit mysterious. There are definitely people who don't like that. Only because they don't know, like if they don't know what to expect from somebody, like some people don't like mystery. Let's just put it that way. And it doesn't mean that that's always going to be a problem, but it could be one of those things with, once they understand your intention and what type of person you are, it doesn't really bother them. But like Pisces tend to be a little bit mysterious here and there now and then. It's just how it is. I don't know, usually, not always. But I'm feeling like this person didn't seem to get you or didn't understand certain things, or maybe thought you were a little too dreamy, or just thought maybe, you were a little cold. For some of you, I do get that. Some of them thought you were cold. As a Pisces myself, I'm going to say I can personally come off cold at times. Not trying to be, but it happens. Maybe that's not the truth for you. Like this, we're going down a few different avenues. At the very least, somebody didn't understand you. That's what we're going for instead of beating it to death. Now, even though they didn't understand you, I don't see a conflict with that. I'm getting the Page of Cups with the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is kind of where you're standing, and I feel like they're standing there too. I feel like that goes both ways. And the Page of Cups is kind of... that feels mutual too. Both of these feel mutual. Now what I'm saying by mutual is like... this card is people get along. Everybody's fine. With this person, I feel like you're getting along with them. It feels like a group setting. It feels more like a group setting. And I feel like they view you positively too in that same group setting, but I don't feel like anybody's moving towards anybody. I'm also seeing the Page of Cups here as in both of you have, like, you're interested, but neither of you are falling over yourself about it, if that makes sense. Like, neither of you are like, oh my god, I need this one. But both of you are kind of like, you know what, that one, I like this one. Especially now that they understand or seem to view you better now. Because it seems like they make more sense. Like you're at the point and they're at the point at this juncture where you're like, yeah, that could have possibilities. I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say no to that. But you're not like blown over. You're not like, oh, I need this person in my life. It's more like, yeah, that could be. I would be open to that. It's kind of that energy. Like I'd be open to that. That sounds nice. I'd be willing to explore what that could be. Now, this center thing going on here, because I'm almost getting like, it's like fading in and out here at this point. Because you got the Seven of Swords at the top, which is kind of like letting things go, kind of sneaking away in the middle of the night type thing, kind of getting away with something without, paying your dues. And in the center, you got the Ten of Wands with the King of Swords. See, I feel this person's coming towards you. But I feel like this person is coming towards you in a very direct manner. Very direct manner. And I feel like they're just... I feel like it's really direct. I have to be honest. When I'm feeling that King of Swords, like, they don't get caught up in the gender of this card. But this energy is very, like, to the point. This is what I'm thinking. What do you think? This is how I see it. If you're interested, let me know. It's not a dowdy energy. It's a this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'd like. What do you think? Where do you stand? How do you see it? This is what I say. What do you say? Bam. It's very defined energy. Don't get caught up in the gender with this card. That's that energy. Now I feel like this is you and this is them. Okay. It feels intense to me. Because I'm just like seeing it in my mind and I'm seeing somebody like right here. I'm like, okay, do you want to date? Because I think this is a good idea and this is why. And I'm like, ooh. I'm like it's just, I don't know, it's coming really strong all at once. And you're just kind of like, right. Just kind of like, right. It feels like it's all at once. It's intense. It punches in. It's not violent, clearly, but I just feel like it's too much all at once. And I just feel like you're kind of like deer in the headlights, like, oh. And it's not like you're opposed to it, but the way it's coming forward, it just feels like it's intense. It's kind of like that splash of cold water, just like, woo, oh, I'm awake. I feel like you're kind of like, I need to think about it. I feel like one way or another with the Ten of Wands, it's kind of like you're finding a way to push this off without sinking the ship. However that works for you, because I feel like this is kind of like, at the very least, you're kind of like, I don't know, it doesn't happen right away, but because I feel like you're kind of like, it feels kind of too much. It feels kind of like, ooh, that's intense. Which Pisces likes passion in certain instances, but like a stressful passion. Now, the third eye chakra is the oracle card that's connecting with the Seven of Swords. Now, I'm feeling like the Seven of Swords is saying you're kind of sneaking away from this issue by just not really answering it, just kind of fluffing it off at the moment, just kind of delaying an answer. And the third eye is telling me you seem to be very confident, like this isn't something you have to answer now, but you're realizing at some point in the fairly near future you're going to need to. So I'm getting that third eye is like you might have that inkling, or you're probably going on autopilot if this is hitting it. I'm going to be honest. If this moment happens and you kind of fluff it away, you're not stressed about it is what I'm getting. And you're probably on autopilot, but the reason is you're realizing that, you know, you can actually push this off, but you're going to have to deal with it fairly soon if you want this to happen. So right now you don't have to answer, but you're going to have to in the next few weeks. Because that third eye chakra, that's usually like, third eye is like a psychic center usually, psychic intuition, stuff like that. I've seen people connect with the crown chakra that way too, and I feel like it may be the different types of information. Third eye to me, I feel like that's intuitiveness. Just to be fair, and I'm kind of feeling that's kind of what it is, but it feels like autopilot type thing. It doesn't feel like you're getting flashes of information or you're getting inklings. I just feel like you're going on autopilot, you're reacting, and you're comfortable with it. You're just kind of flowing with your own energy. But you're very well aware, like, if I do want this to go forward, I need to come back to this within the next week or so and say so. But true to Pisces, I'm a Pisces myself when I say this, I'm getting the Nine of Cups with the Seek is what comes in for you next. And of course, this is a Pisces reading. That very much to me looks like you're thinking about the possibilities, you're very excited, you're having that dreamy moment, and you're like, you know what, this could really work. And I don't think I want to walk away from this. What if this is what I want? This feels very Shangri-La, very fantasy-like, in the sense of like, you're not looking at any drawbacks, you're just really kind of seeing all the positive possibilities, which sometimes that's good. In this situation, I don't feel bad about it. How's that? But like, I feel like you're kind of like, you're revving yourself up, you're ramping yourself up, and you're like, you know what, this person did say they'd like to find out, and they told me where they stand. I don't really have to worry about rejection, I don't think. I mean, if I strike while the iron's hot, this can still be mine, or we can still try this out, you're like, whatever the person told you. And I feel like you're revving yourself up, and you're like, you know what, yeah, I think so. I think this is a good idea. But when I'm saying you're revving yourself up, and I'm getting this isn't your thoughts, but this is your thoughts. This isn't like a card that's actually playing. But don't let that deter you, because you still have a better card, I would say, coming up. But you got the World card in your thoughts. Like, this could change my life. This person could change my life. I could go into a whole new era of life because this person, this could be great things for me. I could have that passion, and I could also change my life at the same time. Like, this person, I do have those feelings, and I would like to see where that would go. This could actually go pretty far. And you're excited. You're revving yourself up. Where this is ending, after how many years of me yammering on about it. The Three of Wands going into the Ace of Cups, and the opportunity beckons is right here. I'm getting you're going forward with this person. I feel like it goes forward a lot quicker than you're expecting. The passion clicks in. You're open to it. You're flowing with it. I'm getting like this could be the one that kind of sticks. Granted, it's a general read, so can I really say that for everybody who's watching? Obviously not. But you'll know. You'll clearly know, because this will click right off really fast. And I feel like you're going to find yourself very cemented in with this person a lot quicker than you expect. And I feel like this kind of takes off like a racehorse. You got the Ace of Cups at the end here. I mean, Pisces loves the Ace of Cups. Like, all of us do. Don't we? Or maybe not all of us. That's very stereotypical. But Pisces has a... People accuse Pisces of being in love with love. Being a Pisces, I can't say that's not true. I'm just saying. Usually, Pisces, we like this card. Usually we're like, okay, that's what I'm looking for. That one, the Lover's card, the Two of Cups, we love those cards. The Sun card sometimes, but, you know, I'm just saying. For where it's ending, that's what usually we like. Are we good? Good. All right, I'm going to wrap that up there. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.